2021. What a year. I've made so many fun quilts and I've enjoyed making the videos to show to you as well. This was the first quilt I finished this year and it's a huge one and it's really a colorful quilt. Then I started cutting up my squares and square bins were overflowing, so I made this big queen size quilt. And then I used some more squares and made this big queen-sized quilt. They were all really fun to make, and I made videos, and I hope you enjoyed those as we went through the springtime. Then it was time to clean out some orphan blocks, and I made a couple of donation quilts for POGO, the Pediatric Oncology Group of Ontario. And those quilts went to a very good and worthy cause. The Modern Guild that I belong to, we had a workshop and we made these cork bags, and that's really was a fun project. Then it was back to my scraps. I cleaned out my blue scrap bin and used all the strips and made this big queen-size quilt. And with some of the leftovers from that, I made these snowball blocks and put them into a quilt as well. And there were a few blue leftovers that I added to this baby quilt that was donated to the neonatal unit at the hospital. I had this piece of ugly fabric. I didn't know what to do with it, so I fussy cut the butterflies, added some of my scraps to it, and made a quilt. And then with some of the other pieces, I fussy cut those squares, added some of my scraps to it, and with the leftover bits, I even made a third quilt. 3 quilts from 1 meter of ugly fabric. That was really a fun project to do, and I enjoyed them, and the fabric became beautiful quilts. Then we had another workshop making salvage bags, and I made this salvage bag for myself. I really like it and I use it all the time. Then I cleaned out some of my orange crumbs, made some little strips, circled, made a video and used the brown fabrics that I had there. And my friend gave me some pretty colored fat quarters. I made this fun little quilt to donate. Then it was finally the end of the Quilt Guild year and my block of the month last pattern came, so I could finally finish my block of the month for my quilt group. And then I made these maple leaves and made a nice donation quilt for the neonatal unit. Here's a big scrappy quilt made in a zigzag fashion, and I made a video from this one as well. And here is a Quilt As You Go project, and I showed you how to make this project as well. Then we learned about the Indigenous families, and we started making blocks to send to Quilts for Survivors. In the meantime, I did use a whole lot of orphan blocks and scraps out of my bin and made a number of donation quilts. All of these quilts went to neonatal units, POGO, or they went to Senior Wish. And I like to donate quilts to the causes in our community. And sometimes I finish them, sometimes I make the tops, and other people in my quilt group finish them, and they all get donated. This one went to a Senior Wish, and then I made a little table runner for myself, just a fast project. And here are some more charity blocks that I made for the causes that our quilt group have. Here is another scrap quilt that I made, a big queen size quilt. I like this one. It's lots of fun and lots of color. And to top off the end of the year, oh, here is a heart quilt, and I also made a video and showed this one to you. Finally, I finished this quilt. It is made from orphan blocks, and it is going to go to seniors at the local nursing home down the street from us. So the only thing left on my quilt wall now is 3 blocks for next year's block of the month. It's time to pack up all my quilts. I've got to put them away for another while. Thank you very much for watching this year. It's been fun making videos and having comments. I hope you all have happy holidays, however you celebrate and where you celebrate with your families. Stay safe, and I'll see you next year. Bye for now.